Hello, Twin Flames. This is Victoria, and this is another one of those daily check-ins. Today, we're going to be focusing on divine masculine energy, what's going on with them, why they're being quiet, why they're being awkward. I have the general energy, just was sensing it earlier today when I was preparing for this session, that there is something that they're realizing, but it's like that revelation kind of still doesn't match the general picture. Or if it does, for some of them who are further on the path, they still don't know what kind of action to take right now. That's like the general vibe. It's pretty much an eclipse vibe, I would say, right? So we're in the middle of that big transformation, and for each of us, it's going to be about something different, but it's still one way or another is connected with the way we see ourselves and others in this world, the way we interact with ourselves and with the world, and what that connection actually means, right? Like in a wider meaning, right? Not necessarily just love relationships. And of course, when it comes to our divine counterpart, they're much more than just a lover, a counterpart from that perspective. It's much more bigger than that. So it's important to understand how connection, how manifestation works in general, to be able to figure out that specific connection, and it's pretty unique in itself. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at what's happening with DMs in their energetic space. What are they contemplating? What kind of action are they taking? And of course, how they're seeing divine feminine at this time. First, we'll start with an oracle card, or actually cards, because I want to pull the bottom of the deck as well. Just for this reading, I feel like that will be beneficial. And of course, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right. We have number 9. Cut away what is no longer needed for you. Yeah, it's pretty much on the nose, again, considering the eclipse energy, what I was just talking about, right? Because for the majority of us, when some new concepts, new beliefs, new understanding needs to come in, that space needs to be cleared first. The space for it to come in needs to be cleared, decluttered. And not to mention that a lot of times in that specific area, there's already some sort of a belief system that is faulty, that already lives in our psyche, consciously or subconsciously. So in order for this new item to come in, we need to clear that out, right? So it kind of stands in the general system of information. Bottom of the deck, out of the mess comes elegant order. Yeah, this is almost like the next sentence after what I've just said, right? Like, just to sum up, there's chaos when the transformation is happening, but masculines are being told that it's gonna come into a new and more upgraded, more ascended order of things in your life. I also love that there is the yin and yang sign here, right? Like, it's almost like while things are settling for between masculine and feminine energy, it can get chaotic before the scales get even, you know. And we're still in Libra season, so the metaphor of scales actually makes a lot of sense. I'm starting to think about it. Yeah, I mean, it's 23rd, so we are for a little while. Okay, cards keep jumping out. Oh my god, let me shuffle for a little bit. One more. Crazy. Masculines want to talk today. Yeah, this is going to be 5D space. This is thinking. This is acting. This is how they see divine feminine at this time. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's certain things that are hard to let go of in the masculine's energy. And especially as the new information comes in, how to explain this? To a certain extent, it makes the grip on the old thing even harder. It's almost like that first step before they let go, they accept and they transform. Because at first it's scary, like, I don't know what that is about, right? Like, I know my world, I know, like, this is what I believe, like, what's this? It doesn't even fit in, right? So you're holding on to what you know, to what feels comfortable to the psyche. And then if that is like in your face, you can't really ignore it, right? And it's that energy that I'm sensing right now for masculines. So then gradually the acceptance starts, and then it's like, okay, yeah, maybe not everything that I believed was actually good for me or for other people involved around me. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, yeah. So this is the time when certain behavior from Divine Feminine side, certain way they handled things, or even the way the masculines treated them, especially if it was something emotional, something that brought up a lot of emotions, right? It's dawning upon them what it was all about, or what was the situation supposed to teach them. It's coming around to them now. So the first reaction was to hold back and to just kind of close off, right? But now the floodgates are being open and they are getting the other side of all those feelings and emotions. Look how much of like the stream of water is everywhere, right? Like it's that they're getting it now, like, oh, right, now I start to understand what it was all about. For some of them, if they're still in denial, at least they are feeling the emotions. So that's something. It's like the ice starts to melt. That's what I'm getting with this. Anyway, for 5D space, we have 8 of Pentacles clarified by 3 of Cups. So yes, masculines are working on themselves and seeing where they are holding on to karmic situations, people or places where it's not suited anymore, like making their work harder, their progress, their ascension, and their success, right? So energetically, they're starting to feel better. What is not for them, what it has to go, right? And of course, another side of that spectrum, confirming like, okay, this person is for me, they're with me, like we're one team, you know, this is one of my people, right? And others maybe have acted like that before or seemed like my people for a while, but they're not vibrating with me right now. And that's the most important thing, because we all change with time, right? But not necessarily at the same pace and not necessarily going in the same direction, even if we were at a certain point in time. For thoughts, we have the Tower clarified by Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's that change of belief system that I was talking about. When it's hitting them now, but they're still in the Tower space where they're trying to figure out how it fits into the overall picture, right? The Ace of Wands is helping them realize that it's something they need, something useful, you know, like it's there to help, to guide, rather than confuse or punish, right? It's just about integrating that energy now. And it's not something, again, it's not something that they can ignore. Like I was saying at the beginning, it's like it's so much in front of them, like front and center, that they can't ignore it anymore. The action they take, 10 of Pentacles clarified by Knight of Pentacles. Seeing the long-term picture for themselves, understanding that as much as we need to live in the moment based on what's going on with the energies, how we feel, to kind of follow the flow, it's just as important to understand the larger picture, right? Like it's like a zooming out and seeing what is this all for, right? Or if there are people that you want to keep around that are your people, right, that it's important to kind of maintain that long communication and connection, right? It's not about, do I get something from this now or not? Like, am I interested right now or not, right? It's about seeing the bigger picture, because there are ups and downs in everybody's life. We all have bad days and good days, but if it's your person, you're supposed to commit to that, right? Like the Knight of Pentacles commits to the journey, commits to the agreements, right? Commits to their goals, commits to people, even if they know that it's going to take a while to get to the happily ever after, or they know that they're not always going to get the same response, as what they're putting in, but it's important to let those people know that they are important. That this pass, and I'm sure if I count, is going to be something like 10 of Pentacles. That pass includes them, right? Like whatever divine masculine is focusing on in their action right now, and we see a lot of Pentacles in general, right? So probably working on their financial abundance. It includes those people. Even if they seem rude, it's not like that, but they're supposed to show it, you know? Like it's supposed to show in their actions, in their communication, in their conscious space, that they care for those people and that they are their people, right? Not just like secretly, oh yeah, I'm also accounting for this friend and for that uncle and whatever. Make it known how they are seeing divine feminines right now. The Chariot clarified by the moon, both Cancerian energies. Very interesting. Oof. I like that there is a more of a movement in this card than it usually is in traditional Rider-Waite deck, where those I think lions they are, right? Those lions are made of cement and they're sculptures basically, so not really going anywhere. Here, definitely there is movement forward. So, how do I say it? The masculine see movement forward, especially in the emotional space, in the connection. But they also know that there is a lot more to work on. And it's interesting that there is a feminine figure. So there is a masculine figure, right, racing the horses towards the feminine that is kind of on the bottom of the ocean in this card. Maybe not at the bottom, but like pretty deep, right? Like falling down. So the masculines are getting a sense of urgency in terms of like, they need my support. They need to know that I'm there, that I care, that I can give that emotional support because there's so much going on. There's so much more being reflected right now. And again, we see the moon, the connection to the eclipses. So they want to be this knight in shining armor. They want to be someone who like catches their princess and says, I'm here for you, baby, that kind of picture. That's how they're seeing their feminine. They're starting to see, but the important part here is that they're feeling the urgency to keep progressing, right? The Chariot is the card of progress, of actually pretty fast progress. So they're being pushed by the divine to move forward, especially with their inner work. We're talking about emotional space. And they feel that like, okay, I've got to work on this. I can't put it off. I can't ignore this. But the other thing is that they're starting to see their importance in the feminine's life, right? So they're still seeing, I'm getting this strongly, they're still seeing the feminine as this product of beauty, I'm hearing. I don't know why, what that means. That beautiful being that is self-sufficient on their own. And before that, it was bothering, at least like many of them, that they didn't see their place in that story, right? They didn't see what they're bringing to the table. Now they're starting to see that part of the puzzle, what is needed from them, how they're making the picture complete, how they're bringing the story to like its happily ever after ending. Ending that is going to be a new beginning, for union. So that's a very important part, because that's one of the main motivations of the masculine energy anyway, to do something, to move forward, to pursue something, right? Like if they see their role in it, right? Like their place, how they're gonna make a difference. And they're seeing now much better, not fully yet, but much better, how they're gonna make a positive difference in the feminine's life. And that motivates them to move forward faster, which is beautiful. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you again very, very soon.